what is it? Yeah, AEW Collision. We're gonna talk about the main event that's announced, the Forbidden Door, which I'm gonna try to I'm gonna like repurpose a video. I'm gonna like repost what I say on this video and re-upload in a future video just to make a point. And not just that, we're also gonna talk about basically like just talking about the show, but just also like this show. Only Smarks would pretend this show was like great because again it caters to Smarks. This show is just basically for the smarky, indie, fucking fat neckbearded mongoloids who think that this is what wrestling is supposed to be. And I hope y'all happy. All you guys like to freaking pretend like, why is Jay White not doing anything? Even though, again, I'm still questioning myself, who the fuck is Jay White? What is this fucking character? We don't really know who the fuck Jay White is besides, oh, but we have to watch New Japan. I don't give a fuck. This is AEW Dynamite. And I hate that again, yes, we're in that phase that now we have to worry about some stupid shit about, oh, AEW fucking, you know, we have to worry about some fucking Forbidden Door shit, which is about the whole, oh wow, it's about the one night of the year where fucking AEW and New Japan going at it and blah, 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 blah. Like, I give a flying fuck. Okay? Let's talk about this. So freaking AEW, I'm gonna start. I might as well start right now. Okay. So AEW Forbidden Door. AEW is gonna do their stupid Forbidden Door show. They did it last year, and you know, fucking bunch of nonsense. There was no story. If anything, all the Smarks pretended to claim that last year's Forbidden Door show was like the best show they ever seen in their fucking goddamn life. Oh yeah, how can I forget? I need to fucking remember back. Well, I'm trying to, like, the main event, like, the main event was for Dynamite. The main event was fucking main event by jobbers who are never gonna be who are never gonna be stars, okay? Let's be fucking for you here. And only Jay White is viewed as a star because he was, like, the main event to New Japan and shit like that. But again, we're talking about AEW here, the main top show. We still don't know who the fuck Jay White is as a fucking character. Oh, but he's Bullet Club Gold. Who gives a fuck? Shut the fuck up. AEW, a fucking Bullet Club Gold. That's like the AEW, the fucking NWO Silver, but it's fucking like legit, like fucking bunch of jobbers. I remember the NWO Silver was like the worst fucking NWO incarnation. Like, come on. So Forbidden Door is happening. Last year, Smark Pretend was such a great show that, you know, because it was the Smark Jizz Fest. The one night a year that AEW faces fucking New Japan people, which again, it makes no fucking sense. And it's funny that Smarks are being hypocrites. You know, you got hypocrites that, you know, they complain about matches like Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes that have no story, but they're happy for matches, or fucking, you know, Bianca Belair versus fucking Asuka, right? Obviously, I'm not excusing that match with Cody Rhodes and Lesnar. I mean, who gives a shit about Bianca versus Asuka? Like, I don't give a shit about women's goddamn wrestling unless they're hot women. Speaking of fucking women's wrestling, like, this show needs fucking bra and panties, okay? You're TV-14 crying out loud, and you can't have Anna Jay versus Chris Stanley to be, like, in a bra and panties match. You know, they'll get some bitches in the big black couch and make them go, oh shit, oh shit. Like, come on. You know, like, you know, that's good stuff. That's what I want to see in my, you know, I'll invite them in a big black couch, make them go, oh shit, but, like, for real, like, is that a problem to have, like, fucking some sexuality in wrestling? You're TV-14 for crying out loud. But instead we'll have the women bleed for some dumb fucking reason. We'll have them bleed instead, because apparently that's hot or something. But it's hardcore, and, you know, we're just gonna curse it with her instead of fucking doing actual edgy shit with them taking advantage of TV-14 rating. Again, this show is an example that it's TV-14, but it's not really, like, a cool version of TV-14 show. But besides Marks, it's a fucking dream fucking fest or whatever. It's a fucking Smarky dream fest. Again, this Forbidden Door shit, there's no story for these matches. And again, who gives a shit about these matches because only Smarks are gonna care. And I get it, this is fucking to cater to the fucking Smarks, unfortunately. But again, I want to try to actually like this show. I want to try to actually like AEW. Like, I give this fucking... for you people that say I don't like anything, there are things I do like about AEW. And I would love it that I can actually like AEW. Because, again, we do need competition. Or not just that, we need something... We need a good wrestling show. Let's be fucking honest. Yes, WWE fucking sucks. But to pretend that fucking AEW is any different is fucking a joke. Because AEW is literally the same, or if not even more gayer and smarkier than fucking AEW, than WWE. Because again, you have all these fucking these geeks, these nerds that fucking watch this shit and claim this is fucking great. And again, it doesn't help that all these wrestlers now, again, they're just, again, your typical smarky type wrestlers. They're fucking under 5, they're like 5 foot, they're all these vanilla midget fucks. They have no character, no charisma. Oh, but they're great wrestlers. They're not great wrestlers. Oh, Adam Cole saying he, talking about my body, what about my body of work? Motherfucker, you have no body of work. You're boring as fuck. I hate that fucking, that's what he used tonight. That, Adam Cole, he's such a great wrestler. No, he's not. That motherfucker is the most overrated piece of shit I have ever seen in my fucking goddamn life. He's boring, he's terrible, he's not a great wrestler. He doesn't have work rate. The guy just does stupid gay super kicks, and he kicks out more than John fucking Cena. The guy's like more Super Cena than John Cena has been in years. And let's pretend that guy is good, doing gay ass super kicks, doing kicks and flips and whatever, and doing boring rest holds. And that's a great wrestler. And he doesn't look the part too. He's not credible at all, but we have to pretend that this guy is fucking tough. Get out of town. For fuck's sakes, like, they're all terrible. Every one of these wrestlers are terrible. And it doesn't help that you bring people, again, who no one fucking... Okay, this is the main problem with Forbidden Door. Nobody watches New Japan Pro Wrestling. Okay, that's one of the big problems, too. Nobody fucking watches New Japan Pro Wrestling. Unless you're a fucking smart who has no fucking life. You're probably a fucking fat neck-bearded mongoloid who has no fucking life. That you're never tired of too much fucking wrestling. You think, even though wrestling sucks nowadays, but you for some reason think it's a great time to be a fan. You're fucking watching Raw. You watch SmackDown and NXT. You watch fucking probably some stupid show on the network where they still do like main events and superstars. You still watch those stupid shows, but you also watch AEW Dynamite, AEW Rampage, fucking ROH and shit, and you also watch, so happen to find the time to still watch New Japan. Like, that's enough for you. Like, you guys are never tired of watching so many stupid wrestling. Again, there's a problem why I'm not going to do... Again, first of all, there's too much wrestling. And also, there's too much wrestling that sucks. Modern wrestling sucks, but the fact that people are pretending modern wrestling is good, again, you probably never freaking grew up watching the Attitude Era. You probably never watched when wrestling was actually on mainstream. Wrestling's not mainstream anymore. It's catering to fucking smarky fans like yourselves that probably like this shit. Again, no one fucking watches New Japan Pro Wrestling. That is one big problem already there. Okay? That's one big problem. Number 2. No one fucking knows a lot of these fucking wrestlers, okay? And you're bringing people that no one fucking knows besides Smarks. How does that help? Again, it doesn't help that with AEW, a guy like myself is struggling, trying to fucking enjoy the show, trying to fucking, actually understand and know who the fuck these wrestlers are. And that's the problem with wrestling. Like, it doesn't help that AEW, they just assume that we have to fucking know who the fuck these guys are instead of fucking building them up. And that's not what wrestling's supposed to be. Wrestling 101 is supposed to be fucking, developing a character. And that's what wrestling's supposed to be about. Characters and storylines. It's not supposed to be about fucking boring, jobber-fest, fucking 5-star indie bullshit-ass match with work rate. Again, wrestling's not supposed to be about some technical work rate bullshit. Okay? It's not supposed to be about technical work rate. Wrestling is supposed to be about characters and storylines. That's like saying, if you're watching a fucking TV show, you have to understand. Like, you have to watch another show to care about another guy's character who's making a cameo of the same character. You see, that shit only works when the show is like popular, and they're like, continuing each other, and they're like, in the same channel. Like, if memory serves, like, when I grew up watching Disney Channel, remember when they did That's So Sweet Life with Hannah Montana? Remember when fucking Raven, from That's So Raven, she went to the Tipton Hotel, right? For Donna Cavana. She's fucking trying to endorse the fashion or whatever, but she's like the Tipton Hotel with Zach and Cody from Sweet Like Zach and Cody. And then continues the story with that to the next episode because, like with the Zach and Cody show with their episode, she's there from the other show because she missed her flight, blah, blah, blah. It all works. That's where it actually makes sense. Because again, it's the same fucking channel. Okay, it's the same fucking channel, and they're popular shows. Okay. Not just, but again, when we're talking about with again, another TV show for it. But again, it's like saying like, you have to understand. With this scenario, it's like your basic. It doesn't help that AEW is not that popular. It's not. It's only popular to the Smarky fan base. If it was popular, it would be getting good ratings. But why you care about ratings? Because again, they do matter, people. It shows if the show is good or not, and not just that. It also shows like again, it's not just shows like if it's good. It shows like if it's actually fucking making people actually want to watch. But again. What I'm trying to say when it was viewership, it's like, again, it just goes to show that modern wrestling is suffering so much because, they're not doing what wrestling's supposed to be. You're not being an actual TV show. Again, the whole idea, it's New Japan versus AEW, and we're gonna, we should just care about the matches. Like, motherfuckers, you're not a real sport. I'm not saying that, AEW's fit, wrestling is, it's just fake. Again, we already know that. And it's supposed to be fake. It's not supposed to be real puru bullshit. Okay? Wrestling is supposed to be fake. And I hate that you got these people in Japan that do pure strong style. That's like saying you're fucking taking a bullet and legit having real bullets because it has to be strong. You have to be strong style because we want to make it look real. Motherfucker, that's stupid. That's the most stupidest art form you could ever do. Wrestling is not supposed to be fucking real. You're supposed to be protecting your wrestlers. It's a fucking live choreographed show. Because again, this is why all these wrestlers are getting injured nowadays. Because you're doing stupid shit like that. You have to fucking protect your wrestlers. Because again, it's fucking a job. But what I'm trying to say is, people are only excited about this and they think they care about matches because they want to act like this is a sport. Like this is an actual sport. It's not an actual sport, you dumb fucks. It's not. I'm sorry, it's not an actual sport. It's not actually real. Again, why are we pretending that this is a sport? That's when these weirdo things. Because again, you want to pretend you're talking to some guy randomly. Like, you watch sports? Yeah, I watch sports. I watch wrestling. They're like, isn't that fake? And then fucking like, no, it's not fake. It's scripted. You gotta say that shit. You guys are just weird because you're not man enough to watch sports and shit like that. You want to fit in to say, I watch sports, but the thing is, you're like, I'm not saying that there's not there's, when you watch, sometimes, sure, sports can be boring. That's the beauty of pro wrestling where it's supposed to be fake, but it's supposed to be entertaining, You take an aspect of wrestling, which is already a sport of its own. Again, if you want to watch a sport that's wrestling, then why not watch NCAA? Why not fucking watch amateur wrestling? Oh, yeah, because it's boring. Let's be for real. I'm an amateur wrestler. And this is coming from a guy who, again, I'm not saying it's fun. It's not a fun sport, and also it's not like this sport that is, always fun to watch. Okay? But again, you guys like to pretend you guys are wrestling fans, right? Then why not watch that if you guys like work rates so much? Well, yeah, because you guys find that boring. But yeah, you guys want wrestlers, right? You guys want actual wrestlers. Yet you guys like wrestlers who don't do even wrestling moves. Like, you guys are fans of Adam Cole doesn't even do wrestling moves. All these fucking people who are vanilla midgets that can't do wrestling moves. They're not actual wrestlers. But you hate guys like Brock Lesnar who is an actual wrestler and shit like that. What's wrong with you fucking people? But what I'm trying to say is that, again, this is not a sport, okay? It's not a sport. So stop fucking with that bullshit that, AEW versus New Japan. It's not like they're actually different promotion. Again, they're just different wrestling shows, okay? They're not an actual fucking sports fed where they're fucking competing each other. They're doing some gay-ass fucking partnership together, just to entertain these fucking weirdo smarks that think that, they just want to see men get sweaty without any story and character. Well, why you complain? Who cares? Again, you guys are contradicting yourselves when you guys complain about Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes and all these matches that have no story. But it's okay. We just want to have fun. I swear, y'all the worst wrestling fans were if you guys you just want to have fun. Because y'all probably the same fucking people that likes seeing gay indie shit in the indies. They're just having fun if men are kissing each other. If men are fucking using fucking dicks into other men's asses. If they're fucking doing homoerotic bullshit. But yeah, I got news for y'all people. If you like that shit, y'all fucking gay. And y'all the reason why wrestling is gay and why people say wrestling is gay and not cool and whatever. But again, this is not. Also another problem is it's not like fucking and New Japan Pro Wrestling is like a top fucking wrestling promotion. It's really not. Stop pretending it's because it's from Japan. It's not popular. Again, it only makes sense with like WWE. But the thing is, if even it's not like I want to see, because first of all, I don't want to see WWE partner with New Japan or AEW. I don't want to see this gay interpromotional bullshit because it's not cool. And they're not really. Let's be honest here. Modern WWE is not getting good ratings. Okay, you're not gonna get any good ratings with AEW fucking facing WWE or New Japan. If anything, you'll get lower ratings. Because again, no one fucking knows much about AEW besides Smarky fans, and definitely no one fucking knows what New Japan is unless you're a fucking Smark. You're a legit Smark who probably are just so fat and smelly, and you just don't know. You're just fucking desperate to society. Okay. Wrestling's not supposed to be about fucking interpromotional dream matches. For God's sake, fucking Okada versus Bryan Danielson is not a dream match. You want to know what's a dream match? Undertaker versus Sting. And the reason why people want to see that match, because they're larger-than-life characters. A dream match is when a actual dream match when there's like larger-than-life characters and like they, there's like their backstories, right? And you care about that and the idea of them facing each other, right? They're like similar interests and shit like that, or like similar scenarios. But again, but by that logic, like what I'm trying to say is any match can be a dream match, okay? Any match could be a fucking dream match, When wrestling was good, any match could be a dream match because of the build, the story. And they make you want to watch. I understand dream matches. Some people think it's like, matches that can't properly happen, or matches that they would love to see with certain wrestlers. But again, I've seen like that term dream matches, and you're seeing with Smarky wrestlers. Like these Smarky fans are wanting this shit. It's like, why you want to see these matches? Like only for your gay fucking fantasies and shit. And it's like they're not even big names. Like, that's the problem. It's like, again, the people are saying this and want to see are fucking weird, smarky fans. Nobody wants, like, there's no normal person is gonna fucking want to see Okada, because, again, no one knows who the fuck he is. I don't give a shit he's some great New Japan wrestler. Okay, good. But it doesn't mean I give a fuck. I'm sorry. What is this character and shit? Again, this is AEW, people. I'm trying to watch AEW. It doesn't help that when you don't bother to make us care about the wrestlers you have. You just debut a person with no reason, no explanation at all, and we're supposed to pretend to know who he is, and there's no character with the guy. It's bad enough you do that, but then you could bring in for some other guy. But again, it's not like you do this like for one night. For people say it's just one night. Why does that matter? They do this every year, every time. Anyways, not even Forbidden Door. They do this basically all year round. So that bullshit argument is basically over. That argument is basically over. It's over. That's a useless argument. Stop saying because it's just Forbidden Door 1 year, one time a year. That's bullshit because they still do these matches. Why the fuck are these matches happening? And there's no explanation or story. And it happens even outside of Forbidden Door. Same shit. AEW versus ROH or fucking ROH versus New Japan. They did it just last week with Rampage and no one fucking watched it. What does that tell you? I bet you, if you were to do this shit on TV, you think fucking normal fans or some fucking, a person who knows somewhat about wrestling is gonna watch it unless you're like a weird smark? And I'm not saying, are you bashing wrestling fans or smarks? I'm not saying wrestling fans are smarks, but you have to understand that a lot of wrestling fans who are from, what makes a smark is basically a wrestling fan who has smarky opinions, okay? That they think they know about wrestling, think that this is good or whatever. Like, it's the type of fan you are that what makes you a smark, okay? Is you think you know everything about wrestling. I know, I'm saying, I know everything, but I base my shit on facts and logic, okay? I'm not a smark, though. Sure, I'm a hardcore wrestling fan, right? But I'm not a smark because, I'm not fucking, pretending that I know all like I'm just basing on what's been said by people who are actually part of business, and that's like actually factual. That's why I mention shit like viewership, ratings, and fucking all that shit. Okay, these people like who cares? Just enjoy the show. But yet y'all say that Dynamite gets a fucking million viewership when it does. It's not getting 1 million right now, but but just enjoy the show. Y'all hypocrites, okay? So that bullshit army is excuse. Bryan Danielson versus Okada's not some dream match. It's not a true dream match. It's like Undertaker versus Sting, maybe like fucking Shawn Michaels versus The Rock. Even Shawn Michaels versus AJ Styles. Like, even though that's not really my dream match, that's like more a Smarky dream match because Smarks, they like AJ Styles even though he's not really like this great, like overrated all hell. Again, when I mean by Smarks, like you guys like all these wrestlers, you overrate them, and also you kind of like them because of weird reasons. You like them because you can relate to them and they look like you. Like a lot of you guys look like Adam Cole's. A lot of you guys look like fucking Kevin Owens, but fatter and shit like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Again, it's Smarky. It's really Smarky bullshit. But again, when I'm trying to go back with the whole TV show, okay, it's like fucking you're doing a TV show, and we have to pretend to care about a character that is from a TV show that we don't know, we don't watch, but it's on another fucking, I don't know, channel, and it's like no one really watches it, but we have to pretend to care about it, which makes no sense, okay? Which you don't see really TV shows doing that, okay? They do it when it actually makes sense, and people can pretend like this is like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But I'm sorry, Marvel Cinematic Universe only works because they actually make it work. There's like actual proper storytelling, proper build to why they do that. They don't do that in wrestling nowadays, especially like again, it doesn't really work in wrestling. Let's be honest here. This shit only works when it's like WWE versus WCW. That's why when when WWE brought in WCW wrestlers, it worked because again, people actually watched WCW. They were competing with WCW, and WCW was popular. That's why people actually cares about something like that. Okay, and it worked only when when WCW versus WWE happened. Even though, I'm not talking about the invasion, I'm talking about when, guys like Goldberg, like, why you don't even need to mention them much, because people actually knew the fuck Goldberg was, and you actually showcased them. Even Sting, when he came to WWE, even years later, in 2014, people, you can explain much, but it was cool. But again, it's not like they were fucking coming in to just be there one night and face them, They actually got contracts and shit and blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, but doing these indie type shows, again, this is just basically a glorified indie show. This is what the indie does, and it doesn't work. Again, this is not indie promotion, people. This is a TV show. You're the second big. You're lucky. You're the second biggest promotion on television. But again, this is not what you're supposed to do, and you're getting low ratings because of shit like this. This is not what wrestling's supposed to be. And wrestling's not supposed to be about dream matches. It's supposed to be about characters and storylines. You're supposed to have established... Again, no one fucking knows who Okada is, this character and shit. Why should we care? Okay? Again, no one fucking cares. And there's no story. I don't give a fuck it's a dream match. The only reason why you guys want to see it because y'all fucking gay as fuck. Y'all like... Again, what's going to be good about these matches? What makes this match different than all these other matches that happen in AEW? There's going to be fucking kicks and flips. And it's going to be boring fucking technical work rate bullshit. We're going to do boring rest holds. And it's going to be long, boring, 45-minute bullshit match. And people pretend it's going to be good because it's long and blah, blah, blah. And Dave Meltzer's going to give it 5, 6, 7, 8 stars. Okay? That's not what wrestling's supposed... Again, and you guys are listening to guys like Dave Meltzer to act like... And you guys are listening with his opinion to act he's good because, he has, anti-W agenda and shit like that. That's not what wrestling's supposed to be, okay? Wrestling's not supposed to be about some smarky dream matches. It's supposed to be about characters and storyline. Storyline needs to matter, okay? And, but it's just one time a year. So, one time a year... But yet, it basically happens all over. I don't give a shit because it's just some gay-ass one match that with Brian Okada. That's not an excuse. I don't give a fuck. Wrestling is not cool anymore, and you think fucking this is gonna be cool? Cause y'all fucking weird. And then you're gonna pretend, oh, but there is a story. There's literally people. You know, it's funny. You guys complain about people trying to make a reason for Lesnar and Cody. Y'all literally trying to make a reason for Bryan versus fucking Okada. There's no story. Oh, but they're just fighting to be who's the best in the world. Newsflash, that's every fucking match! That's every fucking match's story, really! But again, that's not a real story, because, again, your fucking story, if I'm wrestling a match, because, again, that's what we do. I wrestled in high school and college. You're wrestling to see who's the better member of the fucking each team. And you're trying to advance to be the best. But again, that's boring. That's not like a cool thing. People, you gotta fight for championships and shit like that, fight for a reason. Like, but again, I don't care. Like, again, this is some gay Smarky shit. But again, that's not a real story, people. That's every fucking match, first of all. You don't think that's fucking Brock and Cody? Oh, but then that's not a real story, you guys would probably say. That's not a storyline. That's not a legit story. That's not a good reason to have a match. So, and it also doesn't help when every wrestler in AEW, or just every wrestler in Monday, like, when they come out and say, I'm the best wrestler in the world, I want the title, and blah, blah, blah. That, like, they cut the stupid same fucking promo trying to say, I'm the best in the world, and blah, blah, blah. I'm the best in everything I do, and all this shit, They're gonna say that fucking shit where, I'm the best in the world. Gonna be a CM Punk, gonna be a Chris Jericho's. They're gonna say that shit. Like, enough. That's not a good story. Okay? Like, and you guys don't care about story, and you guys only just care about Smarky. Again, you only care about, like, matches like Okada versus, because you guys have some weird fetish about Japan, and you guys have weird fetish about fucking wrestlers who don't look the same, who don't look like fucking wrestlers. I'm not saying, like, why you just want to see wrestlers who look like, like hot balls. No, that's not what wrestling, again, like, I like Eddie Guerrero, but the reason why people like Eddie Guerrero, because he had a character. The reason why, shit like that, like, it's important to have credibility, like, look the part, because, again, have the part, to be credible. This will help that wrestling nowadays lack believability. But, again, if you have a good story, then people would care. But, again, this match has no story. A lot of these matches for Forbidden won't have a story. A lot of these fucking Smarky Dream matches don't have a story. They're just fucking matches that Smarks want to see, because they like to see the same type of, again, all these wrestlers are the same style, the same bullshit, but again, it's not like it's good style. They all do these kicks and flips and they're doing boring wrestles. They're not really that good wrestlers. They're boring as fuck. They're killing wrestling with their fucking smarkiness, catering to Smarks, and having the same gay-ass style, kicks and flips and shit. And, they're not, it doesn't help they're all boring and can't cut a promo. And again, it's New Japan Pro Wrestling too. These people can't speak English. Why are we having a fucking interpromotion with a company that doesn't speak English? Come on. How does that make any fucking sense? How does that make any fucking sense? It does not. That's the thing. But y'all don't care because y'all like to see weird shit because y'all fucking weird wrestling fans. Y'all the reason why wrestling is dead because you're smarkiness. Oh, but you're not the hardcore fans. Y'all the weird type of the hardcore fans. That's why y'all called Smarks. Okay? You're not the fucking, you're just the you're Smarks. Alright? Like, I'm actually an actual wrestling fan. I watch wrestling for years. I watched fucking, I've watched WWE since I was born. WCW was around, but it was like but if anything, WWE was basically beating WCW by the time I was born, okay? And the WCW died by then seeing clips on YouTube, okay? I then watched TNA, but then it fucking became the shit fest it is now. And yes, I'm watching now AEW. And guess what? Modern wrestling just sucks. And it doesn't help that, again, a lot of wrestling nowadays, they are lacking stories, and it's just about technical work rate bullshit. That's not what wrestling's supposed to be. Like, again, by logic, if you have a good story, then any match could be a dream match. Even a match like fucking... What's a match? Like, a fucking match like fucking, I would say, like, a match that, like, when you have a good story going on. Undertaker versus fucking, like, Edge. Undertaker versus Edge. Because of the story they had. It made you want to see a match with them. To have a one-on-one match at WrestleMania. Okay? Undertaker versus Batista because of the build and story. Undertaker versus Randy Orton. Fucking Triple H, Shawn Michaels. Okay? Triple H versus fucking A. Even, like, there's a lot. Cena versus CM Punk. You know, became a dream match. A lot of these matches over these Rock and Austin. I'm trying to think like one match. A match that happened only one time, but it became a dream match. It was a dream match that came true. You can even say Triple H versus Sting. Okay? Triple H versus Sting became a dream match. People were wanting to see Undertaker versus Sting, right? Well, I didn't mind seeing Sting versus Triple H. It became a dream match because of the story, because of the build. I'm not saying the build was so great, but I wanted to see that match because, you know, Sting, he's a larger-like character, right? And he finally came to WWE. You got one of the faces of WWE, Triple H. You know? Sting got Triple H out of the power. That made Triple H angry. That became a dream match. I wanted to see that match since Survivor Series. And I like, that's a match for WrestleMania. If we can't get that, if you can't get the Taker versus Sting that year, then fine, I don't have a problem. That's a match I want to see, honestly, more than Taker and Taker and Sting at the moment. Because of the story. And that's how a match becomes a dream match. Okay? Edge versus Seth Rollins was kind of a dream match as well. And it became a dream match because of what happened at 2014 where Rollins doing what he did. And then fucking when Edge came back, that became a dream match. That's a dream match. And that honestly became true. And guess what? They had great matches. And I'm not a big Seth Rollins fan. Or I'm not currently a big Seth Rollins fan. I'm more of fucking the Seth Rollins fan in the Shield because that's when he was actually a badass. Now he's just fucking gay. But, hey, that's a dream match feud. That's a dream feud. Now, I hope you guys are getting what I'm saying. Okay? Because the stories matter. And that's how storylines become dream matches. Okay? Alright, let's talk about AEW, okay, because I'm running out of time with my camera. So the show started with Orange Cassidy defeating George Strickland. He always opens the show. That's how they always open the show with. This guy always wins, but I mean, who gives a shit? Okay, so yeah, this entire show was basically a bunch of fucking Smarky Jizz Fest bullshit. I don't give a shit about this match. There's no story, you know. I don't give a fuck. Then, again, who the fuck are these people that the embassy... I don't fucking know who these people are. They go in to attack Orange Cassidy, or whatever. It's something about... Again, this is the problem. You're going to do Forbidden Door. You're going to have ROH people? Come on. Whatever. The Magul embassy comes up, beat down Orange Cassidy, but then lights go out. I was, like, worried. Is this going to be some New Japan shit? Is this going to be probably some fucking person that we don't fucking know that's debuting, and they have to get the blackout because you got to pretend that's cool. They're going to try to be like Undertaker or whatever. But, you know, hey, it actually somebody we know, and it works when they do blackouts. It's Sting, which I'm actually happy that, you know, that happened. So Sting and Darby, they came to save Orange Cassidy. I didn't mind that. So that was like one of my only favorite things of the show. Bryan Danielson comes out, he claims he's once a lifetime performer, will prove that he's a better than Okada ever was. I cannot wait for this. Whatever, shut up. You're a fucking faggot. Inject it with my face. You're a fucking faggot. Here's another dream match that I would love to see: Eddie Guerrero versus Shawn Michaels. Oh, and he's in his face. I'm just quoting Danielson. That's a dream match.